Welcome back to Bloom. Oftentimes when we think of forgiveness, we think granting it to someone else, but learning to forgive is also good for you. Joining us today is Galit Ventura-Rosen, the author of The Successful Woman's Mindset. Welcome to Bloom, Galit.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you for having me.
So I'm a big believer in forgiveness, but talk to me about the benefits of learning to forgive, how it's not just good for the other person, but it's really good for yourself.
Yes, for me, it's all about the personal forgiveness. Sometimes we're not going to be forgiving others openly, and that's okay. That's not what I wanted to talk about today. What I wanted to really mention was forgiveness is for ourselves. So the first benefit would be, it really gives you a feeling of peace. When you make a conscious decision internally to forgive somebody that might have done you wrong, that in itself immediately is going to give you a sense of peace.
Yeah, and so do you have to forgive somebody vocally, or can you just do it internally?
I would talk about it internally because there are some people out there that have gone through some really traumatic events, and it's not about forgiving the other person. It really is about you. And the benefits are there's so many of them. I mean, the second benefit to forgiving others within yourself is it gives you back the power of your emotions. We don't sometimes recognize, Gail, that when we are harboring, when we are holding on to feelings of anger or holding something against someone, even if they've done you wrong, and I'm not saying that they haven't, it really affects us more. A lot of times the person you're not choosing to forgive doesn't even know it and doesn't even care. But when you take back the power, that person now does not hold that over you in a sense. And it's one of the most beautiful things of forgiveness.
And is it true that forgiveness can also help with anxiety and depression?
Yes, not just anxiety and depression, but it also helps with health issues like lowering your cholesterol, your blood pressure, less chance of a heart attack. At the end of the day, our bodies are this vessel that holds on to things. And when we're almost tightened, as you can see me right now, versus relaxed, it starts affecting our health. So you're not just giving that person a bit of control over your emotions, but you're also, in a sense, allowing them to affect your health. And anxiety and depression is really based on sometimes focusing on the same thing over and over again and not letting go. And there's something so powerful about letting go.
And how can someone start the forgiveness process? Because that's really difficult for a lot of people.
Yes, and it is not easy, and that's not what we're saying today, of course. We just wanted to share some benefits of doing it. I am a big believer in getting help from those that know how to help you. As someone that has a master's in therapy, it was really important for me to recognize the benefits for myself of therapy with the things that I've gone through myself to learn how to forgive others. So I highly recommend, and I recognize this might not be something you can do by yourself. So get out there and find those people that can show you the methods. But the first thing that I can share from my experiences, it's a conscious decision. Gail, something as simple as saying to yourself, I forgive whoever it might be. That is the first step.
And Galit, when we talk about forgiveness, that doesn't necessarily that you're setting yourself up to get, sucker punched again by somebody that's done you wrong. I mean, you could forgive somebody and set some healthy boundaries up and not put yourself in the line of fire of whatever happened, but still not walk around with all that, bottled up anxiety from carrying all of this like resentment.
Yes. So obviously we're talking about two different types of forgiveness. One where it's something small that maybe you got in a fight with your best friend and it's time to make up and figure out a way through it. Or one where there's something really traumatic that happened in your life. This is not about going and finding that person. Obviously that's a choice you can make. That's a choice that you need to decide. But the healthy boundaries are the key. This really is about you internally holding on to something that even if you never see that person again, never speak to them again, you are allowing them to have some type of hold over your emotions and your health. And so when we let go and we recognize the benefits associated with it, with keeping those boundaries, please do, it makes a huge difference to you, to yourself.
Galit, I'm really appreciative that you kind of differentiated between the two different types of, forgiveness and how on a personal level it can be so beneficial in so many ways. I really appreciate you joining us on Bloom today.
Thank you, Gail.
And for more information, you can visit everydaywoman.me.